Over on Twitter, I asked you guys, do you think anime fans can ruin an anime for you? 78% of 175 votes said yes, 22% said no. Now we're just gonna go over some of the answers that people gave, only if they responded to me or quoted me. I know my boy Long Beach Griffy, shout out to Griff, he shared my my post and his opinion, and people responded to him. I'm just gonna go with the people that responded to me. So he was actually the first one to actually respond to this, and he says, yes, I feel sorry for people that don't watch One Piece just because of what other people say about the anime. People missing out FR. I agree. One of the things that people say is that One Piece fans are one of the most annoying people because they keep telling you to watch One Piece. I feel like there's a lot of reasons for that too. It's because, you know, there's people saying that, you know, the episodes are too long, or sometimes people are shoving it down people's throats to watch the series. I think One Piece fans are very similar to Attack on Titan fans in the sense of they just love to spoil the hell out of you in the manga, man. Like, bruh, I know Roger deals with it as a One Piece YouTuber, but dude, there is a ton of people that love to spoil. I mean, they like to discuss it, but they have to understand not everyone's reading the scans. Some people want to read the official releases because Viz will kill you if you don't. Another one says, as an anime fan, I can confidently say the only folks who ruin the anime experience are other fans. I agree. That goes with the One Piece thing. A lot of people here talking about One Piece. Like, for me, no, but there's so many people missing out on One Piece because of the hate it gets. That's also another side when people are just saying, oh, the art looks weird, too many episodes. I still think like One Piece is my favorite written material. It's my favorite novel. I don't read a lot, so, you know, I think One Piece is great. Reezy says, fans that want to talk crap about other anime try to bring up their own, just make me want to avoid the show they're promoting. People that always try to compare their anime to others are just painfully pathetic. Not everything's competition, just one of many reasons, to be honest. A fair example, there's one particular person who I am not going to name was really trying to shove JoJo's Bizarre Adventure down my throat to the point where he brought a ton of his viewers and his fans over to my Twitch stream to call me racial slurs and tell me that I'm lame for not watching JoJo's, and I'm covering like My Hero and all these other anime, but I don't want to watch JoJo. Now that kind of ruined the experience for me wanting to watch JoJo. I was down to watch it like eventually, but because of that experience and being called racial slurs, I just didn't want to watch it anymore. I was like, is this really the JoJo's fan base? I think I'm good, bro. I'm sure not everyone was like that, but just that experience for me like hella agitated me. And I have a lot of friends who love the JoJo series, and it looks like a fun anime to watch, but like, bro, like I couldn't at that time, man. And you know what's crazy? A lot of anime YouTubers still mess with this guy, but not me, obviously. When fans constantly praise a series so much that it becomes a letdown when it's just good, but not one of the best things ever as described by them. Maybe that's not ruining it, but I found myself enjoying some shows a lot less than I could when going in with high expectations. I feel like one of those, I think like Demon Slayer is really overhyped, but with reason. I think Demon Slayer does a great job of being such a basic anime and delivering such high quality product in the anime. I mean, the last movie, I'm sure people were saying that it was bad, but in terms of the anime, Demon Slayer does deliver pretty strongly because of Ufotable just putting in the work. Oh yeah, for sure, especially when very opinionated and passionate fans act cringe and start having discussions on how powerful their favorite characters are to other anime. I honestly don't care who's stronger than who. I just enjoy the story. But you know, like, especially with One Piece, we're like, oh, can Zoro actually defeat said person? Sanji can't. You know, like there's a lot of like discussions. Goku's stronger than everybody. Yeah, there's always like the discussions of like who's stronger than who can defeat who. And honestly, for me, who cares? I just want to enjoy the story. My Hero fans, oh boy, I think My Hero fans are a big example of like, oh, they just want high quality manga adaptation, and they adapt it well. I think Bones does a great job at adapting My Hero Academia as someone who reads and watches, but you know, a lot of people expect more from the anime, and I guess, and even with MVA, I got a lot of crap for saying like manga fans are shitting on My Villain Academia and it's not even out yet. Let's just wait and see if it's good or not. That was just my whole thing. thing. But you know, manga fans got really mad at me for that, to the point where there was like a hate thread on me on Twitter. When people post spoilers on Twitter or when talking to someone they can spoil. For me, no. For others, yes. Look at One Piece and Bleach, both good anime, but kind of get shit on, and a lot of people just don't watch or even give it a try. That's true. No, because their opinion of something should not matter for my personal enjoyment. If a fandom is too much for you, don't engage with them, is how I feel. That's very valid. But in turn, when you are making content on it, sometimes you have no choice. This goes for anything, but they usually spoil it by saying certain things and not by not saying certain things. When they avoid certain topics, it becomes apparent that the anime will focus on the avoided topic, almost like beating around the bush, to the point where you could figure out what happens or get an idea of what happens. Yeah, goes with the spoilers thing, right? Spoilers are just a big thing in the anime community for some reason. I'm gonna say no. If I enjoy an anime and the fan base is shit, then I'll still watch what I enjoy, but I make it a point to actively avoid the fan base. I won't name any names, but the freaking My Hero Academia community can shove it. In a sense, for example, like with My Hero, I still heavily enjoy My Hero Academia. It's one of my favorite series to watch. It's a cover, but I don't normally interact with like other My Hero people. But I will say, like, there is a small group of people that are just too crazy. I think one thing that we learn is that the most annoying seem to be the loudest, right? Sometimes people just want to enjoy what they enjoy. Like, I'm not actually one of the people who watch One Piece and does a heavy dive on each character. I just like to enjoy the series, even though it's like my favorite series. Honestly, it is pretty easy to just avoid a community if you like an anime. And you know, I think the whole secret to enjoying anime is just watch at your own pace. Don't let people deter you from wanting to watch a certain thing. You know, like maybe just don't say anything. Like if you're gonna watch One Piece, don't say anything. Just watch it and take your time, because eventually, if you even tweet about it, oh, you're watching One Piece, and then they just go with tons of spoilers. So enjoy your series, man. Take your time watching it. But for me, can anime fans ruin an anime for you? I think they can, but you can also still enjoy the series and avoid the dumb stuff, for sure.